Hello curious people and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk with you about how to mix your own botanical green. As a botanical illustrator and also a nature journalist, I always use no ready mixed green in my palette. And the reason is very simple. Green is not always green. As you see on these examples here, these plants, or better to say these leaves, are in a very different green. And if you take a ready mixed green from different brands, doesn't matter which, you never can reach to the same result as nature is having. And this is why it is necessary to mix your own green. And you see here already, I mixed already different greens in the past with, of course, yellow and blue, and sometimes I take a violet in, so it's very, very different. So now it's the question, how can you make it easier for you to find your botanical green? And for that, I have a very, very good tip. So let's check it out together. So what have I done to make it easier for me to find the right botanical green? So it's actually very simple. I took all my blue colors together and also all of my yellows. And then I made a 50-50 mix. And I made a color chart, very easy. But this color chart is not only just a color chart on a paper, it is a portable color chart. And this is what I want to show you now. So this is my portable color chart. I used the sketchbook from Hahnemühle. It's called Zick-Zack book. I just go a little bit closer, you can see it better, like that. And it's actually a zigzag fold and does have a hardcover on the front and on the back. You don't need to buy this one because actually you can also fold your watercolor paper in a zigzag, but I like it very much because of this hardcover back and forth, so it's in the front and then the last page. And I'll show you now what is inside. So as you see, I can fold it up and I show you what I have done. So this is the whole zigzag book, but we go through all the stuff. So what have I done? It's actually very simple and very easy. I took all my yellows and also all my blues and mixed it 50-50. I made some swatches here, you see, and I punched a hole inside of the middle of my swatch to take my leaf. Well, it's when I just have a leaf, that I can take a leaf and put it, for example, behind and check the green. You are now, it's not easy to see for you now, so this is why we are doing this here now. We can also take it beside each other. So and I can check how is the color with the leaf. Is it working out? Is it the correct green, or is it too bright, or what is happening? You see, we are going in the right direction here. So later on I want to talk a little bit more about the tips how to get the correct green. But as you see, this is just the introduction of the zigzag. What I also did, and I'm going now closer, you see here, each swatch have a number. So this is very useful when you have no time for painting. When you are in the field and you have a plant which you cannot take with you and you are in a hurry, you can take out your zigzag, you can check which green it is, and you can number your plant, or better to say, you can number the green, the botanical green of the plant you found, and add this in your sketchbook. And later when you are back in the studio, you exactly know which number this is. So this is actually a hack how to paint from life without taking the plant with you, and with also, you know, to paint in a hurry, and you can define that very, very easy. So this is why all of my swatches have here these kind of numbers. So let's go a little bit further. What I also did, I put all my reds, you see I don't have so many reds, but still enough. I put also all my reds together. If I have a red flower, the roses for example, then I can see, oh, is it fitting or with my palette, or do I mix something different? Because only taking a picture of the plant, this is not effective if we talk about drawing and painting from life. So here are also my last blue colors, and you see it's not only going here into the green element, it's also going into the brown element. That means with only my yellows and only with my blue ones, I can mix a lot of variety of nice colors. So actually this is all what I need, right? So additionally, I put also here my violets. If I have a violet plant, I can also check very easy. So when you see, I already prepared some empty spaces if I will add some other colors. Let's go to the back side, because the good thing on this zigzag is you can also use the back side. That's very, very easy, and we just go to the back side, and here we go. Here I put swatches of all my ready mixed ones. Here is the Davis gray, here's the black, here's the neutral gray, here's my sepia. So I already know what I have in my palette. So it's not only to mix colors, it's also to check if my colors, which are already ready mixed, are fitting with the plant or with the tree or however. So here again my yellows, now independent and all together. This is very helpful for yellow plants. So, and also it is very easy to do this with the punching hole for both sides, as you see. That's so easy. And here I have a very nice palette with black and white. So this is sometimes nice for landscape, or also for shadows, or just monochrome. I show you later the colors I have. These are very, very beautiful mixes. Yeah, and you see here I still have a lot of space to put additional mixes inside. So this tiny, it's less than A5, it's smaller than A5, but this tiny guy is really life-saving system for botanical artists, or generally for artists who are, yeah, color mixer, who love color mix and need to use that. So you take it in the field, you take it out, and there you go. Now I want to talk about how to find the right green. So how to use your color sheet booklet. I can give you a tip how I'm doing that. So actually I already took here the drawing of my leaf, and I want to define the correct botanical green. So in this case I have a hack for you. I just take like a black toned paper. I have some kind of craft paper, and I also have a gray paper. This is much more easier to define the correct botanical green when you're using a different underground color than white. White is sometimes so much reflectable, and it's it's disturbing my eye, so I can not define correctly when I'm just on the pure white paper. And I have difficulties to get that. In this case I put fit here, so I just take this a little bit beside, so then you can see it much more easier. So this is now when we take the pure gray part. This is why also many artists love gray palettes to mix, because it's really nice and relaxing for the eye. So we are now lucky because we were able to take this leaf with us. So in this case, I can check now my color sheet book very easy, and I search now my color. So here we go. Here we are. Here are all my greens, and I cannot show you easily now how to demonstrate this when I put this green behind that, because this is not working with the camera. For my eye it works. I can see is it the correct green or not, because I put the leaf behind that and peek through the hole here, you see, and it's clear it's too dark. But what I can do is I can show you the greens. How to say, I just take this away. We keep our gray background, sorry. So we keep it like this, and we put it beside each other. So, and then we can see it much more easier. So what kind of green would be the correct one? It's clear it's a very dark green. So this one here looks very good. I'm just going closer. So that's a very nice matching green. I don't know if you see it over the camera. And luckily I have here my color code. So I'm now making a note in my sketchbook and say, okay, 043. So this is what I can add now here with a pencil. I can say the leaf is 043. Show you closer. 043. Based on the tiny smudge I have. So now I can investigate a little bit more. Maybe it's not the correct green. Maybe it's the other green. It's more darker. But you see, doesn't fit. I know my color palette very well, so I'm very quick to find the correct green. But as you see, what I mention now, I want to show you much more easier. When we talk about the veins are very interesting in this leaf. So we go closer. The veins have a different green. And when I'm looking now to my smudging pad, I see, oh, look at that. Oh, my camera. So here, 095 looks very attractive to the green of the vein. Aha, there we go. So that is very interesting. Let's go further. When we are more observing our leaf, we also see here, and the stem, here we also have other colors, brownish. And when I look here, oh, look at this, could be here this color. If you want to paint a leaf, then be aware a leaf can have so many different greens and also different, let's see, different colors. The back side and the front side of the leaf is in a totally different mix. You see? And this is very interesting. Here we have a very light, beautiful green, and here we have a very dark green. So that's the best example. And also, you know, here on the stem we have a little brown. I want to focus now just on the front side of the leaf, and I want to take the 095 as the vein color. It looks very similar to that. And we have here the little brown here, which is perfectly fitting with 117. So let's take this as a note in the sketchbook. So after finding my perfect greens for the front part of the leaf, I already noted here the color code in my sketchbook. So how about the back side of the leaf, which is much more lighter? So I already took a drawing of the back side, and now let's check together what kind of color could it be. So it's a very fresh green. Now we have to find out which kind of fresh green is it. Good question. So I think 060 could be a very nice fit for the veins. I'm now checking if that is working out for you. I'm sorry when the video quality is not working so well, but I think this is a very light and fresh green. Here you see, could be like that. What do you think? Looks like the veins have 060. So I note veins 060, and let's see that it's a little bit, well, this could not be too bad. This is very dark, we already had that, but it's lighter. No? It's not too light, but it's lighter. So maybe we find a better green here, the orange part. What do you think? Could be like that. Maybe this one? No, I don't think so. So it's not too much orange. No, I think it's not so much. So I just go back on my other ones. And I'm still with these guys here. So this is too light. But I think a little bit lighter one, lighter mix. This could happen. Sorry, I forgot my... And this is why I like this gray background so much, because this is much more clear. I think we are now jumping more on 053. Or, no, I think a little bit lighter, 064, as I said before. Difficult to see, but I think this is the correct 064. So I'm now noting down for the leaf 064 leaf. Yeah, and this is a very good example when you are in the field or you don't have so much time and you want to investigate more how to get your perfect green. Of course, when we are talking here about this color chart, it's just a 50-50 mix, so you can mix back and forth a lot, but it's an orientation guide for the perfect green. It's very clear, it's very obvious, and you saw how easy it is to find the correct mix. Important is that you know your colors, that you know how they are reacting with each other. I want to show you a very interesting point. Some colors, they granulate. And this can be a nice effect, but this can be also an effect which is not really good for your paintings. For example, I have here this little guy here, 059, this one here. Sorry, take my red pen. Here, and you see the blue was granulating. So it was a mix of cobalt blue. Now checking. So here, this was cobalt blue and Indian yellow. Maybe this could be nice when you have a special leaf pattern, but it could be also not the effect you want when you want to have a very smooth and fine surface. So it's important to know what the colors are doing and how they are reacting with each other. So far I can be very happy with my chosen palette of all my yellows and all my blues, because it doesn't look like there's a big disturbing point coming up. So they are interacting with each other very well. Yeah, so that is my small tiny lecture. I just want to have one more, and this is here my herbs. I also want to show you here a very nice example. So we have here, this is a silver green. Maybe it's easier to see with black. Ah, nice. Yeah, this is, for example, very nice. Oh, the smell is wonderful. I love it. I'm getting hungry when I see that. And when I'm looking now at my smudge pad, you know, I can see the different kind of light and silver green. I can check which one is the best. And this is just, you know, one example of the possibilities you have. Now I'm going further to the mixes I made, and I already found a candidate. There we go. Where I can say that is fitting. Here we are, you see? These guys here. This one is for the very light stamp and silver part, which we have here. See? Very easy, nice to see. That's a very nice mix here. I'll show you better. Hopefully I can do it. Yeah, you see here, that is fitting wonderfully. And then we have to find the darker green, which is could be like that, for example. Like that. Or like that. Now it's a question how you mix your greens. I know, okay, this is fitting perfectly for the stamp, but is that fitting? Maybe I need to mix a little bit more blue inside, but this is something, you know, you can try out, and this is why it is just, you know, an orientation guide, how you find this for your plant and how you are doing that. And when we are taking now here this very light oak leaf, you know, this is also another thing. Also be aware that the back side and the front side of a leaf are not always the same green. Yeah, and this is very important when you paint a leaf in a bowing situation or in a twisted way. Then back and front are different. And you see, it's so easy when we are just checking the greens. What is the right green for this one? I can move on for hours with that because it's so easy, and you see, very easy. And if you don't know how to take care of the leaf, take a brown or a gray or a black background, and then it's much more easier. So this is also good when you are in the field, that you take a black and a gray or a brown paper with you and hold it behind your plant and then check with your color sheet. And then you really can judge very easily what kind of green it is. So this is it now for today. I hope I give you a very nice idea how to use your color sheet Zick-Zack. So as I said, it's very practical. As far as I know, the Hahnemühle brand have them in different sizes. Yeah, enjoy it and just try it out. And yeah, when we see us the next time, we will paint some leaves together. So happy painting, take care and stay curious. Bye bye.